offering zero tariffs. What am I looking for? My spinner wheel. Welcome back. Welcome back to OKC. OKC. How do I cancel? Don't save. Okay. Dang, I should have wrote them songs down that was in my dang head. Blame it on me. That's one. Say it's my fault. Say I'm on a broken heart. I really don't get. I ain't crying no more. Say I'm a liar, cheater, say anything that you want. As long as it's over. Okay, Chrisette Michelle, Blame It On Me has been playing in my head. And as well, something interesting popped up. So this song is for whoever this sign is for, as well as somebody thinks they know something or they're right about something, but they're not. Assumptions, misinformed, told the wrong information, assumed. I don't know. So whoever this is for, that's what this is for. Now I don't know what reading it's going to be for. If it's going to be for the shadow reading or for the what goes around comes around. But I do feel like that is meant for whatever sign this is. Wrong deck. I don't think I've been explaining the decks I've been using. Sometimes I've kind of been going with the flow. To me, I'm forgetting stuff, but maybe I'm not supposed to include certain stuff. So anyways, we are using the Shadow Work Oracle Cards deck today, the Metaphysical Cannabis deck today, and the Hip Hop Queens deck. And the next reading, we will be utilizing the Love and Money deck. So I'm just reshuffling really quick before I dial down on the energy. This stuff got to be coming from the cards. Let's just wipe this table down. Every time that happens, it's like little pieces of lint or something. The door about to fling open. It isn't going to be 93 degrees today. Mystery just fell out. So yeah, something hidden. But anyways, we are going to spin the wheel. We are pulling 9 cards, 3 from each deck, past, present, future, not really future, what you may need to do, your current energy, how it's going to end. So past energy, 3 cards from Shadow Work, Metaphysical, Hip Hop Queens, present 3 cards, future 3 cards. And we're going to spin the wheel. Scorpio. So we got Scorpio for the reading. So shadow work for Scorpio. So God, what do we have for Scorpio? For past energy, for shadow work. So card pops out immediately. We got the metaphysical next. And it's face down. So my goal is for all of the cards to come out face down. If something comes out face up, I will show you and tell you. It's also my goal to only pull 1 from each deck. and not have a whole lot of cards, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. So I do take the extra cards. Sometimes cards will fall on the floor and I will read them into the reading, but I will not take them or keep them. I will put them back in the deck. Sometimes they come back out, sometimes they don't, but usually they all do align in some type of way. So we got two cards that just fell out for you, Scorpio, for metaphysical, for the past energy. And now we are doing Hip Hop Queens Oracle deck, Scorpio, past energy. Ooh, your cards are like falling out. 5:52 is on the clock. Very, very fast. Very, very quick. Also, it is my goal to get all the cards on the table before I go over the cards. I show you the cards first, and then I look at the cards and read the energy. Sometimes I end up not necessarily forgetting, but being drawn to flip the card over before I lay it down, and sometimes, all the time, it's necessary. So we got one card that fell out for shadow work for present energy, face up. It is self-reflection. You might not be able to see that. Okay, self-reflection. Looking inward helps you see what to improve to make better choices. Awareness, improvement. So, right there, self-explanatory. Right now, Scorpio, you may be in the present energy of self-reflection. Looking at maybe the part you played in something, whether good or bad. You know, it's not to put the blame on you for things. It's just to say, hey, this is where I know I could have done better, could have did this, whatever. Or if you have made some, oh my goodness, I'm not taking all of those cards. If you have made some bad choices, then, you know, maybe you are self-reflecting on those. So I know I saw Janae Aiko in all those cards that came out. I don't know what just came out. We only got one card. But we're going to do future energy for Scorpio. We got two cards falling out face up. Lack of awareness and unmasking the truth. Uh-oh. So, lack of awareness, missed chances, and unseeing risks. Seek facts and stay open-minded. Insight and opportunity. 809. And then we have unmasking truth. The eyes see only what the mind is prepared to know. Self-examining and revelation. So more self-reflection, self-examining. So present energy for the cannabis. Metaphysical cannabis for Scorpio. We got present energy. Future energy, I'm sorry. Future energy for Scorpio. Something wants to come out. Maybe you don't want it to come out. Somebody else doesn't want to come out. It's like the cards would not shuffle, but then when it comes out, it's going to be a lot, because now I have 3 metaphysical cards that just fell out. I thought it was 2, but when I just separated them, it's 3. So something with three's a charm. Maybe charmed is significant. Maybe the concept of three's a crowd. Okay, no, way too many cards. Scorpio, you got a lot going on because there's a lot of cards coming out. So you got double cards almost, except for the present energy. Present energy is only 3 cards. Past energy is double cards. Future energy is double cards. So we got 1 hip hop for future energy. So let's have you look at all the cards for present energy. Don't know if you can really see them. Yeah, you can see them. Okay. So we got the first card, shame and guilt. Feel them without judgment. Mistakes do not define your worth. Compassion and acceptance. Okay. So then the second card that would have came out would have been ego death. Kind of goes with the same thing if we just think about ego death, shame and guilt, acceptance. We got abracadabra, connect. Connect. And then we got fluidity, Janelle Monáe. This goes with that self-reflection. So Scorpio, maybe you've experienced some things in the past. So the first thing that just popped in my head is trauma, childhood trauma. Some things happening to you. Maybe you felt shame or guilt about it, not really knowing how to heal or grow from that experience. Maybe you, because of that, you had abandonment issues, or you feel that trauma or that hole with certain things, drugs, money, sex, drugs, drinking is a drug as well, alcohol. Because we have them with the ganja, the grinder, the container, with connect, trying to go with the flow, trying to maybe not necessarily feel, but feel. So not feel what you're going through, but feel normal, feel still a part of the world, still feel like you're worth something, you're worthy, right? Or in another aspect, I'm getting, maybe you did do something out of ego, out of pride, out of just nature. Um, and maybe you've, in the past, you felt a lot of shame and guilt for your actions or decisions, maybe not necessarily owning up to it. Um, Maybe kind of just moving around it, maybe, ignoring it, self-medicating, whether, regardless of what that self-medication could be. Still a self-medication type of feeling I'm getting, just to go with the flow, just to get by, just to survive. Okay, so we got Gogoro ego death, metaphysical. Let's read the card meaning. 52. Sudden changes occur in our everyday life and result in our awakening to another level of self. Gogoro brings the change you feared in Eton. Gogoro reminds us that handling problems from a grounded perspective will always yield better results than charging in a reckless manner, which can have dire consequences. Obelisks are placed on key or in ley lines to harness the energy like lightning rods. Harness that energy when Gogoro appears, and remember that change is the only constant. The universe will send you a wake-up call if you are not fulfilling what your higher self came here to do. We can get lost in the material and become stuck, and then life gives us an experience for freedom. When Gogoro arrives, it is time to relinquish the old habits, thoughts, and programs that keep you a prisoner in your ivory tower. View something from a different perspective and allow for the full transmutation. If Gogoro appears in a spread for you, it is time to consider the following. Am I ready to have my plans turned upside down without a warning? And then we got connect, abracadabra, 81. Connect, abracadabra, is said to be a magical series of numbers, and if you write it out in a certain way, it will bring miracles into your life. The little translation is, I will create as I speak. In this card, you are encouraged to speak to your heart. The topical oracle tells you to rub your heart and chest with love. Speak to your heart in a way that creates a gratitude rampage. Take the topic of your choice and rub the spelling of abracadabra into your heart chakra and just be. Be still, be here. For extra integration, do the pairing below and read all the cards in the spread. Plant spirit, aloe. And then we got fluidity. Janelle Monáe. Experimentation, flow, freedom, exploration. You may be diametrically opposed to the phrase go with the flow, but the Janelle Monáe card advises you to do just that. The moments you're unsure where life will take you are precisely the ones that may hold beautiful experiences you didn't know you needed. Don't adhere to too strictly to standards that haven't served you. Loosen up your grip a bit, hop off that tightrope and say the hell with it. When you stop caring what people think, your own thoughts can prevail, and those bright ideas could be the hidden figures you've needed the whole time. Like how they wrote that. So the present energy is self-reflection. So we know that card came out face up. So to me, that tells me you're actively facing yourself. You're actively facing the mirror, and in the mirror, trying to figure out what you need to do to improve. Future love letter. Look. This is the next card. Future love letter. Look, it ain't the person in the mirror. Literally. Let me show y'all this other card before, because I wasn't even supposed to look at it. I was supposed to show y'all and then say, but that must have been necessary because that's crazy. Young MA potential is the next card after that. Future love letter. I love you. You're like, I know this is to yourself. Embracing maybe you did do some fucked up shit, but maybe you're learning to forgive yourself and release that shame and guilt. Reflecting on it, like, yeah, you could have been better, you could have done better, you could have said better things, but you have the opportunity now to change that, and you're going to change it and be a better person now, and that's okay. No, you can't change the past. No, okay, but you can change the future. You can change right now, and if you're willing to change right now, then that is what's important. You also could be reflecting back on, the shame and guilt of who people made you feel like you were, who you felt like you had to be for other people, and realizing that you don't have to be that anymore. You can love yourself for exactly who you are. You are facing the man in the mirror. Understand that it's you who's capable and in control of all of this, and it's necessary for you to do the work. I'm in with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Oh, maybe that's why Chrisette Michelle came up. Blame it on me. Say it's my fault. Say that I left you outside in a cold with a broken heart. I really don't care. Future love letter. I love you. It's page 72. I am incredibly lucky to have plenty of money to spare. Imagine every moment that your future self is looking at your present moment and saying, yes, you got this. Don't give up. Something amazing is right around the corner. Well, that's exactly what they're doing. And you can bet that your future self is already smiling as you pull this card. The card holds a mirror with a journal placed on top. You see an opportunity to bring yourself some clarity, and you are encouraged to write as that future self. When this card appears, it reminds you to write a letter of encouragement from your future self. To journey deeply, write a letter to yourself from 5 years in the future, 15 years in the future, and 25 years in the future. This card emerges at a time when you are ready to pause and reflect on what the mirror has shown up to this point in time. Crystal pairing is jade. So then we got Young M.A., Young Ma. I call her, but I heard it was Young M.A. So my bad, Young Ma. All right, Young M.A. Where is Young M.A.? Right there. potential, self-actualization, professional vision, future plans. So 2016 might be significant. That just popped out in my face. So it says your plan seems crystal clear. Then we just read about a crystal, jade. That's important. Yet you're rocking back and forth on your heels and celebrating every milestone. While it's good to pat yourself on the back, when you hit a new level, just remember that too much self-congratulatory behavior can make you complacent. Be like MA and take this card to heart. New levels equal new devils. So while you may see the bigger picture in the distance, you must press forward with each step toward accomplishing your specific goals. Stopping for water is fine in this race, but don't get trapped in suspended animation when your destination awaits. So that just brought me back to what I think I said in the beginning about assuming something, somebody knows something or thinks they know something, or assuming something, believe something that's not necessarily true. So we know all of these cards came out. I don't even know if I can show y'all all of these cards. I hope y'all can see them. Okay, so now I gotta reverse. That goes down there, and that goes down there. And then this goes down. Okay, because these came out face up, right? So we had lack of awareness. Excuse me. We got lack of awareness, missed chances and unseen risks, seek facts and stay open-minded, insight, opportunity. And then we got unmasking truth. The eyes see only what the mind is prepared to know. Self-examining revelation. So this kind of gives me that assuming something, don't know something, and also the feeling that maybe, even though you're being called to reflect, that you may not be fully reflecting, or you may be slightly living in the land of delusion. That's crazy. As soon as I said that, I seen the cards. A land of delusion or grandeur, where you feel like maybe you are not the problem, right? So did I show y'all these cards before I look at them? All right. So I'm gonna look at these cards. So we got another mirror, alchemy choices, solitude, Anchorita solitude, and Lantarki mace peace. I've seen the alchemy choices before, but I've never seen these other cards. So the Lantarki mace one, peace. She's smoking a spliff. She's staring in the mirror. It's like she's contemplating or looking like, Anchorita solitude. They're like hermit basically, but it's cloaked, something hidden, but they have a light, so it's going to be illuminated, but maybe it's something is behind. I don't know. Alchemy choices. And then we got raw digger connectivity. A whole lot of connections. Ego, examination, self-awareness, lack of awareness, self-reflection. As are you Scorpio? I don't know. Not hearing, but what's flashing across my mind is a situation where you're staying or you're choosing to ignore, choosing not to accept your part in something, and deal with something in order to keep something, to stay connected to something. Even maybe if it's your image, right? Even if it's your image, you're chained to something. Radiga got something wrapped around her. This has something wrapped around it, but the face is hidden. But they got the lamp. This is alchemy but a bong and smoke and mirrors, right? Um, so let's go through it. Alchemy choices 7838. Alchemy and Anchorita 7838. And Peace 7838. And 117. 78. And look, I said something about hermit, and there go, I done turned to hermetic. 78, alchemy. In the alchemy card, we see the bong in a glass case on the wall, and another that is free in the hand of the being. The person depicted has to make a decision. The bong brings the alchemy of the four elements together as shown by the table altar beside the person. Water, the earth spirit, the air, and the fire all had to be present for the alchemy to work properly and connect to the higher realms. When this card appears, you are being reminded that you always have a choice. That you always have a choice. Decisions come before actions, and the bong represents weighing your alternatives. If this card has come to you, commune with the plant spirit pairing to determine progress. Plan the future and find the ambition to make it happen as fast as you like. Plants, spirits, lavender. And then we got 38. Anchorita was 38 and 39. Salt cleanses Anchorita's energy as they pass from community to isolation. A plant beside the door aids naturally in their purification. For reflection, Anchorita requires solitude. When this card appears, it's time for you to take some time to be alone in order to unlock something in your subconscious mind. It is time to awaken the inner world with the outer world by dream walking, astral traveling, and meditating. The lesson this card brings is that although we may be a community of the same, we must each walk our path alone. This is the card for taking a risk and doing what you truly want to do. There is no way to tell for sure what lies ahead because the salt lamp only lights so much of the way. But when held close, it illuminates your inner heart space fully. If Anchorita has shown up in your cards today, it is time to recharge in no one's company but your own. No one else can join you in your inner work, but you can always be on the lookout for a guide, spiritual teacher, or oracle. A journey of self-discovery is upon you, backed by your ancestors' vibrations and your higher self. Ask yourself, am I afraid of the silence in my head? Do I find excuses to not meditate as a way to avoid my solitude? And then we got Lantarki Peace. Lantarki Mace 117. Mama D is the mama you never knew you needed until she walks into your life with her cat Lucy, who's peeking her head out of the bathtub. I didn't even see that. The music coming from the bathroom playlist is the only I'm trying, y'all. It ain't. It's the only best hip hop as she learns. The music coming from the bathroom playlist is the only best hip hop as she leans into the mirror, applying her perfect makeup. Lantarki Mace is the electric lady of all the realms. She is the sacred bath lady for the kings, queens, and spiritual leaders in all realms. She cleans you with oils and water, helped by her dear elemental friends who aid her in every sacred ritual. Water sign, maybe you need to do a spiritual bath, cleanse yourself. Her pink glasses bring back 2005, while her eyes are filled with massive pools that seemingly flow out of the card. So maybe you're dealing with something that happened in 2005. Lantarki works with water to help you process your lessons and to help you find peace. It's time to cry to that playlist you made. It's time to let it all out and heal. When you hear the truth, you will well up inside, and there is no fighting the flow of emotion. It's okay to release those waters. When Lantarki May shows up, it's time to ask yourself, am I avoiding the situation? Am I being as communicative as I want in return? Am I open to receiving? Very important questions anybody should ask themselves. And then we got connectivity. Raw digger. Raw digger, connectivity. Friendship, relationship building, camaraderie, and competition. Rod Digger's card is a call to action. Step outside your social comfort zone and flip your mode a bit. There's a saying, make new friends but keep the old. One is silver and the other is gold. Keep that in mind since you may feel guilty at times about branching out. But you never know who you'll meet on your ever-changing journey. Professionally, this could be a sign to network more. If you're looking to change careers or positions, the more people you know, the better. Remember, not every encounter will be life-changing for you. You might be the catalyst for someone else's transformation. And by the laws of attraction, your blessings will be next. Okay, I just want to pull one card for Scorpio. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Hermit card, Michael Jackson. You can't hurt me. I found peace within myself. That's it. That's all. 3206. Damn. That's a long ass reading, Scorpio. You must have needed it, though. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful. I truly did. That was interesting, though. And very in line. 3223 is such a. Yeah, look that up. I don't know what it means, but 3223. Bye, y'all.